Let's get to the AFC North champions. They went from worst to first, matter of fact. All right. So Joe Burrow almost pulled off, I believe, one of the best 3-year stretches in football history. I mean, your man won a Heisman Trophy, right? And then, matter of fact, two full season stretch. Let's say that won a Heisman Trophy and then went to the Super Bowl his first full season in the NFL. That's like amazing right there. All right, so Tez, talk to me. What y'all gonna do this year? Are y'all gonna follow it up and run it back and make it back Super Bowl? Y'all gonna win the division again? Talk to me.
I say we win the division again. I'm looking at an 11 to 12 win season. I'm leaning towards 12 wins. Um, the Bengals. The biggest problem with the Bengals last year was the offensive line.
Yes.
That was the glaring hole in their team. They've upgraded the offensive line in the offseason. They signed 3 free agents in the offseason to upgrade the offensive line. So that's not going to be the same issue that they had. But for the horrible offensive line play, they win the Super Bowl. Like that last, if they could just hold Aaron Donald off for like a split second longer, they win the Super Bowl because Jamar Chase is wide open. The cornerback fell down and he's wide open. He goes and scores a touchdown. We won the Super Bowl. But anyway, as far as the rest of the the only other player, the Bengals bring back every player on their team. They bring back the whole team. The only guy that leaves that kind of concerns me, and this might be a little bit of a shocker, is the tight end CJ Uzoma. Yeah, he was a locker room guy, and people in the locker room loved him. They respected him, and so that kind of concerns me a little bit about the team chemistry.
Yeah.
Jesse Bates is currently going through a contract dispute. The Bengals put the franchise tag on him. He wants to get paid, but then they go back in the draft and they draft some safeties. So they basically drafted his replacement. So I don't know what's going to happen this season. I don't know if he's going to play disgruntled. A lot of guys on the team like him. He's a locker room guy. So we'll see what happens with that situation. But those are the 2 things that concern me. But I mean, it's the safety, which you can kind of make up for that a little bit, and the tight end, and you can kind of make up for that a little bit. I think the Bengals have the best quarterback in the division in Joe Burrow.
Okay, let's get it. That was my ending question. Go ahead.
Let's stay in Ohio.
Word.
We'll go up 71 North, go to Cleveland. All right. So Deshaun Watson is going to be suspended for a year. I'm pretty sure he's going to be suspended for a year. The NFL has to make a statement. It's too political. They gotta make a strong statement. He's going to be suspended for a year. And I just don't know where that leaves the Browns. And even if he's not suspended, when's the last time Deshaun Watson has played a game? So I think even if he comes back, I think there might be a few losses just off of rust.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't played in a couple of years. I mean, if we get to the Steelers, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the Kenny Pickett situation. Let's say Kenny Pickett ends up being a starter. I think there's some growing pains with Kenny Pickett just being a rookie. I mean, this is a hard leap to come into. He wasn't like a Joe Burrow coming out of college where he was like the man. He was a true number 1 overall or first round draft pick. In any other draft, Kenny Pickett doesn't go in the first round. It was an incredibly weak draft for quarterbacks. I mean, Kenny Pickett's probably a 3rd round draft pick in any other draft year. Najee Harris, I agree with Kivo. I don't know who the Kivo guy is, but he's been commenting a lot. Kevin. Yeah, Kivo's right about Najee Harris, man. I don't know how much into college football you guys are, but if you watch Najee Harris at Alabama, man, he was a man amongst boys. I mean, the guy, he probably has the most talent out of any running back in the division. The problem with the Steelers last year, the offensive line was terrible, and I mean nobody can block. I mean nobody can run the football if you don't have any type of block, and you can't even breathe. And so I think if Pickett is the starter, they're going to lean heavy on Najee Harris, and so then they become one dimensional. And so I think that's going to limit the Steelers.
That's not. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off like that. I just wanted to rebuttal on that.
I've been hearing all off season, all camp that's not the case. I mean, he is our workhorse back that is gonna get most of the snaps, but we're not gonna use him as much as last year because we have a mobile quarterback now. But you go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. And so
Okay.
sticking with the running back situation, I think something that's not talked about, I think probably the biggest aid to Lamar Jackson is J.K. Dobbins. For Lamar Jackson to operate how he needs to operate, he needs a strong running game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he doesn't have a strong running game, the whole defense just focuses in on him. And I sometimes wonder how far Lamar Jackson can take the Ravens, considering his first inclination is to run the football, and so
that's not lately. That hasn't been true though.
I know he's made a concerted effort to try to become more of a pocket passer, but I don't know if he has enough to take him to that next level. But I do think the Ravens secondary is the best in the division, especially with the new signing and the drafting of Kyle Hamilton, which I think Kyle Hamilton's good. He has some games sometimes at Notre Dame where I was like, I don't know, but I do think once he gets coached up in Baltimore, I think he'll be fine. Let me see if I had any more other notes.
Kyle Hamilton's rangy.
He is rangy, but at the end of the day, I think the Bengals win the division. I think the Bengals make another deep run in the playoffs. Yes, they have a tough schedule, but teams change from year to year in the NFL. I mean, from the first to last in the NFL, I mean, it's not that big of a difference. So you need to be good and you need a little luck. So that's pretty much it.
I just wanted to say that Najee Harris is probably going to be the best back in the division, but as of now, it's not. Because I like he said, I watch college football a lot, and when I seen him hurdle that guy at Notre Dame,
that's just because the offensive line is trash. But go ahead.
He still had 1,200 yards last year with an trash offensive line.
Yeah, no, he's good. I just think Nick Chubb is the best back.
Nick Chubb is definitely the best back.
Man, Najee is a freak of nature. Najee Harris is the best
runner of the football. I give him that.
But real quick,
I said that.
Joe Burrow being the best quarterback in the.
Oh yeah, I got pushed back for that too.
No, definitely not. Even with Deshaun Watson year off, his last year he still threw for 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That's impeccable.
I'm not giving it to either one. Y'all know who I'm rocking with.
Well, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow led a team to a Super Bowl with a historically bad offensive line. Yeah. The offensive line was horrible.
Yeah, but he also had a guy who was his third receiver, who's a 1,000-yard guy.
Right.
But that goes to show you how good Joe Burrow is.
His running back had 1,000 yards too, I believe, didn't he?
Defense was a little nice too.
Joe Mixon was an All-Pro.
I told Joe that Bengals defense is very overlooked.
Yeah, it really is.
The defense is nice. You got Hendrickson and you got Hubbard as the bookend defensive ends. They're not the guys who'll get the headlines, but they're solid guys.
I like Logan Wilson too.
That's true. Yeah. And can I please rebuttal the Ravens secondary thing? I will say that
y'all up there with us.
Jamar Chase was a rookie last year.
Oh, yeah.
I believe the Ravens inside of the division, the Ravens was the only one who allowed him to get 200.
Yeah, our secondary was destroyed last year.
They had a cornerbacks.
Yeah, we was trying out. We was trying out Anthony Avery.
That's true. But
you don't let got rid of that bomb. I'm not calling him bomb. They got rid of him though. He was getting scorched. But
we was trying out people we were signing off the street to come play corner.
Yeah,
starting.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, look, Taz. So look, I got to push back on the Joe Burrow. All right, I like the Bengals as a whole, right? But I do think out of everybody in that division, he has the best weapons. I really do. And then I don't think that it was Joe Burrow's magic that got you out to the Super Bowl. Oh man, I don't think it was his magic that got you out to the Super Bowl. He did a great job of, making the right play here and there. but y'all defense definitely stepped up in that playoff run. What y'all did to the Titans, the Titans didn't do nothing to y'all the whole game. It was a whole defensive game. That had nothing to do with really Joe Burrow.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, and that's because the offensive line is so trash. The offense wasn't able to find any type of rhythm. The defense did play great, and that's a credit to the defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. I mean, he put a great game plan in, especially that second half of the Chiefs game. I mean, I think I said this the first time I was on. If you look at the scouting, the draft scouting report on Patrick Mahomes, everything that they said was negative about Patrick Mahomes in the scouting report, he did in that game, and they exposed all of his flaws. And so, I mean, once you read that scouting report and then you look at that game, you start to really question Patrick Mahomes, like how great is he? And I know that's low key blasphemous, but
no, you're right.
Yeah,
no, you really do.
Yeah, he right after the show, he sent me the scouting report, and I think I told you, Carl, was like everything he sent me happened in that game, literally. Like
I got pushed back too though, because I know why I'm going with Lamar. Name one guy Lamar's ever had that's been half as good as any receiver that all y'all number ones are.
He got the best tight end though.
That's okay, but that was this year, and he was hurt for half that year.
Even since he's been in the league, has Lamar Andrews been with him?
Lamar had a top 2 tight end, and he also had a top 5 deep threat wide receiver.
Kelsey and Kittle.
Hold on. Time out. You say he had a top 2 deep threat receiver?
No, top 5.
You mean the guy that drops passes?
Marquise Brown was the top 5 deep threat.
No, he not. He can't catch the ball.
No, I'm not with you on that one. I'm sorry.
He dropped 3 touchdowns, 3 against the Lions, wide open, nobody near him, on the money.
Look, I'm with Carl. I'm gonna go with for real though. See, the only reason why I'm not going to Deshaun Watson because I don't know how he's gonna look. But if I know how he's gonna look, I'm going with Deshaun Watson. It's the best quarterback in your division. But I'm gonna have to go with Lamar because he's right. You know, Lamar is like Steph Curry, bro, with the Warriors. He got to make magic for them to win sometime. That's how Lamar is. And Joe Burrow never has to really make magic if you got to win. I can't say the same thing for, Deshaun's the only question mark guy. And the Steelers, y'all not in that conversation. But so right now it's really Joe Burrow or Lamar. And I got to go with Lamar as the best quarterback right now.
And I'm going to
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Go ahead, Javon. I got to tangent. Why do everybody got Justin Herbert better than Lamar Jackson? Please, somebody explain it to me. No, he's not, bro. He has Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and can't make the playoffs.
See, Herbert is more talented quarterback. I would say that, but Lamar, when it comes to, all right, we need to get a W, you might want to go with Lamar. But Justin Herbert's still young too. You gotta look at that too. He's still
Lamar's young.
But Justin Herbert was in the second year last year, though.
Lamar won MVP his second year.
Yeah, you're right though.
Lamar next step is being a better pocket passer. That's his next step because the way he wins his games is more on his legs, and that's not gonna win y'all no Super Bowl.
But that's not true this year, though. That's not true last year.
No, a lot of his magic was some feet too. I'm not saying all of it was just.
But we can't. So look, if y'all say Lamar isn't the best pocket passer in the division,
then I will agree.
I'll give you that. We talking about overall result because think about it. Look at what they went through last year, and before he got hurt, they were the number 1 seed in our division. Oh, as a matter of fact, in the AFC, right? I think before he got hurt. And then he got hurt, and then they just plummeted, and then the Bengals took over that division.
Hey, look, Joe, watch this.
When you
compare Nick Chubb, hold on. When you compare Nick Chubb and Najee Harris, you said Nick Chubb wasn't a better back because Najee Harris does more. So why can't we do the same with Lamar Jackson?
Well, he doesn't do more. That's the thing.
What do you mean?
How does he do more?
Lamar Jackson is the best mobile quarterback in the league, and he can still beat you from the pocket, i.e., games like the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts. Yeah.
I don't know. As a quarterback, I think Joe Burrow can make way better. I think he can make way more throws than Lamar Jackson can make. In tighter windows, he can make better reads as a quarterback.
Yes.
I think he just better as a quarterback. No, I'm not saying Lamar Jackson is a better player, but quarterback, no, he's not.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I mean, like you talking about passer.
But you're talking strictly pocket passer, which is like I said to my point with the Najee Harris argument.
When I say better quarterback, I'm talking about like
I give y'all that. But so if you swap teams, do you think Lamar taking the Bengals to the Super Bowl?
Oh,
No.
so you talking about no, I'm still on the Justin Herbert.
And I think if Joe Burrow was on the Ravens, he would put up better numbers because he can throw better.
I got to put on that too because Joe Burrow was in a unique situation. He had his college teammate on his team, bro. They already got chemistry. That's a huge plus right there. So you gotta look at that.
So Joe Burrow was balling before
his rookie season. That is true.
No, he was. He was. He was. Man, Chase Young. My bad, bro.
But this is what I'm saying.
It kind of helped y'all out to get your boy though.
Joe Burrow has Jamar Chase who had 1,400 yards. T. Higgins, never over 1,000-yard guy, and Tyler Boyd, who was over 1,000 yards before them two young guns showed up.
Oh, let me see something right quick.
Lamar Jackson is on borrowed time. He can't keep running forever. At some point, he got to stand in that pocket. When he get older, I don't care what nobody say. You want your quarterback to pass the ball first. When he have to stand in that pocket, it's going to get hard when he's 31 years old and he looking.
He got hurt because his pocket presence isn't good.
All right, real quick, we got an example. We all watch basketball, right? I'm pretty sure we all watch basketball, right?
Yeah.
When Derrick Rose was at his apex, was he one of the best players in the NBA? Like you can say, who's better, Derrick Rose or Chris Paul? Chris Paul is more pure. No, when Derrick Rose is MVP, Derrick Rose. Chris Paul is more of a pure point guard, like a pure pocket passer. But Derrick Rose was a better player. Yet he was like Lamar, always running. He was a more physical player. He was more injury prone because of his game style. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. So
minus the injury proneness.
So the thing is, you would pick Derrick Rose because he's a better player, but Chris Paul is a better point guard. So that's how I look at Herbert, Joe Burrow, and Lamar. Lamar is a better player right now.
So he's the best quarterback to y'all or something in the league?
No,
I'm talking the division.
Right.
I just don't like how people already champion Herbert over Lamar. Like Lamar ain't an MVP.
Lamar
hasn't been in the playoffs every year he's played.
It was
minus the one year he got hurt the year.
I give you all of that. My pushback is, do y'all think the Bengals would do the same thing with Lamar?
I do.
Personally, I do.
The scheme, the Ravens, they a run team. Like Tez said, that helps Lamar too. It's not like he's back there and they ain't doing no RPOs or nothing like that. He doing all them fakes and all that, and that's helping that make the defense. He has to play a certain system. Like Joe Burrow, you could drop him anywhere. He gonna cook. He that type of guy, I think.
But if you give Joe Burrow Lamar's weapons, you think he's doing the same thing?
No.
I don't think he's putting up the same amount of like 46,000, but I think he would put up 4,000 yards.
If you put Joe Burrow on our Ravens team last year before Lamar got hurt, would it be number one seed at that point when Lamar was number one seed when he got hurt? Because that team was terrible.
Last year. The answer is no.
That team was bad.
Last year, and they were what, 3 and something, or 2 and something before he got hurt?
So, like, look, I'm not saying Lamar is a light years. And Joe Burrow's in his second, this is his third year. You feel me? I'm not going to automatically put him above Lamar just because he made a Super Bowl run, So, I got Lamar right here, and then right now is Joe Burrow. But like I said, if Deshaun Watson is who I think he is, he's the best QB in this division.
That's fact.
And I also got another point with Lamar. Lamar took over the Ravens his rookie year. We were 4-5 with Joe Flacco. We go 6-1 with Lamar and make the playoffs.
What are you doing in the playoffs?
He's a baller.
You want to come with in the playoffs?
He's a huge playmaker. He's a very huge playmaker. But if you give him Jamar Chase, he's not. Jamar Chase won't average his same stats he will with Lamar because Lamar is going to always think that he can pull it down and run for 100 yards a game.
Yeah, my point is last year he didn't do that. It was lots of times where I'm like, Lamar, you can run, take off.
Last year, that's true.
There and wait.
Look, I can go back on my Twitter feed. I've been like, Lamar, run it. Last year, he was trying to prove to y'all that he could throw the ball in the pocket. So
he was doing a good job.
He was doing last year.
He was doing a good job. He's going to have to learn how to throw the ball in the pocket because defenses are catching up soon.
I disagree with that.
On him, and defenses are catching up.
But look, you're right. Lamar is not taking y'all far. If with like the way he is right now, because I don't think he's good. Like I told you, this couple of games, I'm like, those are terrible throws. Because the only way with the way he was last year can get y'all to the Super Bowl is y'all have a top tier defense. I gotta have a top tier defense. Yeah, if y'all don't, he is going to have to develop his pocket passing.
A top tier defense is a requirement for 90, basically every team to go to the Super Bowl, minus the Bengals, but they lost. The Rams had a top tier defense. When we won our Super Bowls,
no,
we had a
not top 10.
Defense.
I said top tier. I mean like a top,
top tier.
Defense. I mean like a top 2 defense.
I don't think we gotta be that high.
For him in the playoffs, things slow down, right? Your game plan.
So how is he better than Joe Burrow, man? Come on.
Right now he is, Ron.
Time out.
Like, listen, like y'all saying he need this and need that and need that.
No, I'm not saying that.
Joe Burrow, he's ice cold. When stuff gets shaky, he like, I got this. That's my first thing about the guy.
So I got a rebuttal for that. The Bills game that we lost in the playoffs, right? If y'all remember, Justin Tucker missed 2 field goals that game.
I do.
We had 2 snaps go 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We had Mark Andrews drop a first down. We had J.K. Dobbins drop a first down. We had J.K. Dobbins miss a block with Marquise coming across for a wide open touchdown. We had so much go wrong before Lamar finally threw a pick 6 and got a concussion and left the game.
Man, all I hear is excuses. I don't never hear no. All I hear y'all say is like.
Lamar can't kick the field goal. He can't snap the ball.
His weapons dropping the ball. His weapons. So Lamar don't ever miss passes. Miss throws. Like, come on, man.
No, I'm not saying that.
You can't blame it all on his weapons.
I get you. They missed field goals. I get you all that stuff, right? Even though the Bengals had a perfect kicker in the playoff run, but Lamar did throw a pick 6.
I said that.
Red zone. Yeah, I know.
I said it was a lot that went wrong before Lamar.
I get you, but Javon's point was when it's time. Joe Burrow was money time to show up.
That's why Tom Brady is the GOAT.
When it's money time, Lamar threw that pick and it took the air out of the whole game.
Time out again. But that was the third quarter, right? That wasn't the fourth. It was the third. And literally the next drive, we had the ball go 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage on a missed snap, and he gets a concussion. So he didn't even have a chance to rebuttal to show y'all that, all right, I still can control the game, bring y'all back and win this game. Because the center snapped the ball 20 yards behind the scrimmage.
I think Lamar will be a great dinker and dunker when it's all said and done, far as his pocket presence. He could run the ball. He's going to get you 112 yards rushing a game. That's cool. But when he's passing, you're going to have to put him in positions where he's just dinking and dunking.
Now, the reason why you're saying that is because Hollywood Brown drops a lot of his deep balls that don't get shown no more because they're drops.
So, I thought everybody saying, give him a top receiver.
15, how about it's higher than that, bro?
Hollywood Brown was y'all best receiver.
And he drops the ball. That's my point.
It's quarterbacks that make receivers. Like, come on, man. Your man got to be a better passer. That's all. That's it.
But if the ball touches your hands in stride, how is that the quarterback's fault?
Javon, you're right.
I'm not saying
right. Yeah,
Brown it wasn't dropping passes. He dropped endless.
All right, look.
In the red zone, like in the end zone, just dropping.
All right, look, we're talking in circles, but Javon, you said that quarterbacks make receivers. We're talking about the quarterbacks in y'all division. There's no quarterback in that division that made a receiver yet. You know what I mean? So we can't use that. I'm not comparing to like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, just like that. We're talking about this division. And so far, Lamar did win MVP. He did, right?
36 touchdowns.
Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's a team effort. I get that. So did Jimmy Garoppolo. What that mean?
So did Rex Grossman.
Y'all, this is my thing. I like Lamar. I think he's tight. He's a tight dual threat guy. He's a better player. I give y'all that.
That's
he's not a better quarterback though. We say who's the better quarterback.
But you're talking about passing. I get it. I'm talking about production.
Joe Burrow is the better quarterback. Not who's the best player. Who's the best quarterback?
Like I said, that goes back to the Najee Harris argument.
Let's say passer though, Javon.
You can say
running the ball. He's still a quarterback.
Who's the best passer? He's the best passer. The best player at quarterback is Lamar Jackson.
That's all I'm saying.
And I would agree with that.
Because he can't run. That's it. That's because he can run. I'll give y'all that.
That's it.
All right, y'all. So look, this is good, y'all. It's 8:15. We gotta wrap this up. All right. So look, we're gonna do the announcement from last verse. Oh my God.
Hey, go ahead, Kevin. Hey, go ahead.
Hey,
All right, you know what? Lamar's the best quarterback. Deshaun Watson, Lamar, they the best
oh
quarterback.
snap! I just realized that.
Fact.
Man, all right.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Joe Burrow to death, bro, but I just feel like Lamar gets so slandered.
It's not that, bro. I love Lamar. I love watching him play. It's like you got to get it done though. Like you got to
I was
get the
critical
job
about
done. At the end of the day, like
I mean, Lamar
we always go. Now go ahead, Ted.
Lamar Showtime. There's no doubt about that. But this is a passing league, and
Facts.
pocket passers end up being the best quarterbacks.
Can I give y'all one more pushback?
Go ahead.
If y'all go Google right now, Ravens drop passes versus the Titans in the playoffs, it will be a drop counter of 9 drop passes against the Titans.
Okay.
That ain't no excuse.
What do you mean? Lamar can't catch the ball too?
Terrell Pryor had
When
1,000
we played them
guys with Cody Kessler.
You got my point is you got to catch the ball. Y'all keep saying Lamar got to learn how to throw the ball. Receivers got to learn how to catch it.
Oh,
the only reason
Both
why,
if Stevie got to learn how to catch it, he do got to learn how to throw the ball though. He need to
come
learn
on,
how to throw
Carl,
the
you
ball.
acting like he a great pocket passer, bro.
I'm not, but what I'm saying is I feel
He
like
got to
y'all
get better.
are not giving him the credit he deserves for improving every year.
Oh, he is improving. Don't get me wrong. He still has some ways to go though, because he makes some mistakes that a lot of these other guys don't make as much.
And the Ravens,
It's not necessarily true.
the Ravens don't think he's
right.
worth one of those max contracts like Deshaun Watson got. And they
I'm
they
not
have to
going
be
back
mad
on
at
that
the
point.
Browns.
Like I said, Lamar should.
They have to be mad at the Browns right now for messing up the market.
Yeah.
Lamar said on his draft night that y'all getting the Super Bowl out of him, and I think y'all still waiting.
We are. We're going to get it. It means
I
it's going to take time.
I like him, man.
It took us,
I like Lamar.
it took us what? 5 years, 6 years with Flacco? Just wait on it.
Yeah, Joe Flacco went to Super Bowl. That's another person.
And y'all want to talk about
But he
drop
can
passes?
throw.
Flacco should have 2 back-to-back Super Bowls if Lee Evans ain't dropped a touchdown against the Patriots.
Man, people drop passes every game, B.
It just seems to happen more in Baltimore is my point.
He's throwing out endless examples. All right, cool.
Oh, you
NFC
haven't experienced being a fan of the Bengals, so don't give me that.
But y'all had guys like Chad Johnson,
Man,
Chris
I
Henry,
went through
TJ
a-
Smith-Powder.
But they never won though. They got bounced in the first.
No,
first
he's
game.
talking about
I went through
drop
a whole
passes.
decade in the '90s, man. Come on, bro. You don't
Man.
know what it feel like. Y'all
Nah,
know
real,
what I mean when I was being tortured. You don't even know what it feel like, man. Come on. I'll never.
Man, we played the Chiefs last year. They dropped
We
like
lost to the
20
winning
passes.
15 Dolphins. I know how I feel.
Hey, tell Tom stop putting out blasphemous. Stop putting your team in that blasphemous stuff with the Cowboys.
Yeah,
man.
he wild.
Freddie said NFC East the best division. No, we know that's not right. It's the NFC
All right.
That's
East.
worse.
All right,
My bad, y'all. NFC least.
all right, let's move on, y'all. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.